I hope you're all doing great. I'm Megar Teo, and welcome to another edition of NEU Spotlight. Muli natin babalikan ng ilan sa mga naging kaganapan sa ating university. At syempre, hindi pa rin mawawala ang mga special features na inihanda ng Budget, ang official student publication ng New Era University. Para sa events on Spotlight, Czech Republic Ambassadors to the Philippines bumisita sa New Era University. Russian Ambassador to the Philippines nagsilbing resource speaker sa isinagawang webinar ng NEU School of International Relations. Para sa Top Notch, 15 board takers ng New Era University pasado sa February 2022 Mechanical Engineer Licensure Examination. Para sa Top Notch pa rin, kilalanin ang mga NEU graduates na top 4 at top 9 sa isinagawang February 2022 Plant Mechanics Licensure Examination. Para naman sa College Insight, ipapakilala sa atin mamaya ang NEU College of Physical Therapy. At panghuli para sa ACE, tatalakayin sa atin ang larong Teamfight Tactics. Czech Republic Ambassador to the Philippines, Her Excellency Jana Sediva, bumisita sa New Era University. Narito ang report ni Alanya Muling Santos.
New Era University welcomes Jana Sediva, Ambassador of the Czech Republic to the Philippines. On March 22, 2022, the Ambassador of the Czech Republic to the Philippines, Mrs. Jana Sediva, visited New Era University. During the opening remarks, Dr. Nilo Rosas gave an overview of the current affairs in the university. He briefed the students currently enrolled in medical and other allied health science courses regarding the face-to-face classes. He also shared details on other courses that the university offers, the number of New Era University campuses, as well as the total number of students enrolled in the integrated school. New Era University has opened its arms to many ambassadors throughout the years and has received much knowledge and information regarding a diverse range of issues and topics. Through this, the relationship between NEU and other countries around the world has been strengthened. Dr. Nilo Rosas also discussed the well-preparedness of New Era University amongst the struggle in the education system due to the pandemic. He shared that through the NUVLIP platform, students were and still are able to receive a quality education despite the current circumstances. The alternative learning system and quality education offered by the university earned praise from the Czech Republic ambassador. Upon her delightment, we learned that the Czech Republic pioneered the reopening of schools in Europe so that students could continue on in their studies. Mrs. Sediva also shared that their country, the Czech Republic, had the most competitive economy in the continent of Europe during the pandemic, and that their citizens are similar to Filipinos, hardworking even in the face of hardships. Mrs. Jana Sediva wishes to give more lectures in her following trips to the Philippines to inform Filipinos about the opportunities that the Czech Republic has to offer for them. She invites Filipinos, as well as those at New Era University, to visit the beautiful country of the Czech Republic and learn more about their culture. As the program came to its close, a token of appreciation was presented to the Czech ambassador. This has been Alina Monique Santos for NEU Spotlight.
Salamat, Alanya! Samantala, NEU School of International Relations nagsagawa ng webinar na pinamagatang Untangling the Ukraine Crisis, Voice from Russia. Russian Ambassador to the Philippines, His Excellency Mar Pavlov, nagsilbing resource speaker. Alamin ng kabuoang balita mula kay Ivor Kareem Manalata.
The world is not getting any better. This might be our perception when we first heard about the current conflict between Russia and Ukraine. and it is important to feed ourselves with factual information in order to not be biased about the current events. Russia is not waging a war against Ukraine. This is what His Excellency Marat Pavlov, the Russian ambassador to the Philippines, stated during the webinar conducted by the NEU School of International Relations titled Untangling the Ukraine Crisis, Voice from Russia. The said webinar was held on March 25, 2022.
So, in fact, what Russia is doing now is trying to eliminate the threat coming from the Ukrainian territory. Threat which has been created by NATO countries, led by the United States.
According to His Excellency, when SIC joined North Atlantic Treaty Organization or NATO, they aimed at creating some kind of anti-Russian movements, and the territories with Ukraine-speaking population refused to recognize it. It was also stated that Russia's concerns regarding the creation of military infrastructure and the development of dirty nuclear bomb by NATO were not taken into account.
So we had no choice but to recognize the Donetsk and Lugansk People's Republic and start special military operation to demilitarize and denazify Ukraine. In fact, we are fighting not only for the security of Russia, but also for the security of the whole Europe.
His Excellency also shared how Russia and Ukraine have had the character of relations between the people of both countries.
We fought side by side against Nazi Germany and honoring the memory of our ancestors. Even since the collapse of the Soviet Union, we continued to live as a good neighbors, visited each other, and maintained active cultural contacts. Ukraine had economic preferences from Russia.
Therefore, according to the Russian ambassador, this current situation was created to have a more secure condition for Europe in general, for Ukraine, and most especially for Russia's future life. This talk had truly shed light and untangled what are actually the reasons and current situation of Russia and Ukraine. This is Ivor Corinne Manalata for NEU Spotlight.
Salamat, Corinne! Para sa Top Notch. 15 board takers ng NEU University pasado sa February 2022 Mechanical Engineer Licensure Examination. Kilalanin natin sila sa pagbabalita ni Sofia Megan Odasco.
Matagumpay na nakapasa sa February 2022 Mechanical Engineer Licensure Examination ang 15 board takers ng NEU University. Ang nasabing licensure examination ay isinagawa noong February 27 and 28 taong kasalukuyan sa iba't ibang Professional Regulation Commission testing centers sa bansa. Ang dalawa sa mga nakapasa sa nasabing licensure examination ay sina
Mr. Lionel Binungkal at Mr. Don Samson. Ibinahagi nila ang kanilang ginawang preparasyon para sa nasabing licensure exam.
Siyempre, una, ipinapanalangin. Hindi ako pwede mag-aral ng hindi nananalangin.
I started with asking my seniors where to review. I collected materials and books. I set a plan and goals every week.
habang sila ay nagsisikap na makamit ang tagumpay, hindi nila naiwasan na makaranas ng mga pagsubok.
Yung pinaka-challenge kasi sa akin is magbo-board exam ako na wala na yung mother ko. Nawala siya May 2020. Kasalukuyan nagpe-prepare ako noon for board exam. Kaya lang, 2 beses kaming na-postpone. Nag-apply na ako ng work. Kaya lang, parang dito naman matutuloy na yung board exam. Pinayagan lang ako ng company for 2 months na mag-leave.
One of the biggest challenge would be handling the stress, handling negative emotions. Because we graduated during the pandemic, also a lot of bad news going on. At the time of the examination, there's a lot of pressure, especially during the first day.
Ngunit sa kabila ng mga ito, sila ay naging determined and motivated. upang makapasa sa nasabing pagsusulit.
Inisip ko lang yung positivity sa buhay. Another would be devotional prayer. To feel that there is someone helping you, especially ang ating Diyos.
Mas nanindigan ako sa kung ano yung pananampalataya naming mga Iglesia ni Cristo. Itiniwala ko lahat sa aking mga pagpapanata at binuhos ko naman yung makakaya ko. Kaya sa awa ng Diyos, pinagkaloob yung mga pagtatagumpay.
Ang malaking pagtatagumpay na ito ay inihahandog nila sa kanilang mga mahal sa buhay at higit sa lahat sa Panginoong Diyos.
I dedicate it to Almighty God and to my parents.
Dinededicate ko po ito unang-una sa aking mga magulang, sa pamamahala sa Iglesia ni Cristo. Dinededicate ko rin to sa mga mahal ko sa buhay, relatives ko, at sa mga tagapagturo namin.
Ibinahagi rin nila ang kanilang future plans pagkatapos nilang maipasa ang licensure examination.
I'm searching for a good company to work for. I promised myself whatever I do, there's always learning component.
I'm planning to go abroad. Tutulong ako sa mga mahal ko sa buhay, sa mga kaibigan ko na tumulong sa akin.
Mechanical engineering is a very wide industry. Pwede ka pumasok sa manufacturing, HVAC, automotive, marami. Karamihan talaga dun is necessity sa ating everyday life.
Nais din nilang maghatid ng mensahe sa mga aspiring mechanical engineers.
Don't be afraid to show your best. The board exam is not just about testing what you've learned in school, but it is also a test to your faith and to your character.
Take your time para kilalanin yung sarili mo, kung papaano ko ba makukuha yung goal ko despite nung mga pagkukulang na yun. Wag na wag mawawala yung pananampalataya at pagsamba. Dapat makapag-exam tayo na maipapakita natin kung gaano kalaking tulong yung binigay ng Panginoong Diyos sa atin.
Ang mga passers ng February 2022 Mechanical Engineer Licensure Examination na mula sa NEU-SOIR University ay sina Miss Elizabeth Ann Amorao, Mr. Maynard Kenneth Antonio, Mr. Christopher Banyares, Mr. Lionel Binungkal, Mr. Jerry Cibalio, Mr. Paul Anthony Combo, Mr. Felix Elijah Danao, Mr. Carl Patrick Dualio, Mr. Ren Jesse Gabol, Mr. Russell Henson, Mr. Ace Dovan Macaraeg, Mr. Adrian Remojo, Mr. Alex Miguel Salcedo, Mr. Don Samson, at Mr. David Suyo.
Ako po si Sofia Megan Udasco para sa NEU Spotlight.
Maraming salamat, Sophia. Para sa Top Notch pa rin, kilalanin natin ang NEU graduates sa Top 4 at Top 9 sa isinagawang February 2022 Plant Mechanic Licensure Examination. Ipapakilala sila sa ating ni Pearly Valdez.
Dalawang board takers mula sa New Era University ang kabilang sa top 10 sa isinagawang February 2022 Plant Mechanic Licensure Examination. Ang nasabing licensure examination ay sinagawa noong February 27 at 28 taong kasalukuyan sa mga testing centers ng Professional Regulation Commission. Si Mr. J. Jason Irazga ang top 9 samantalang si Mr. Dwight Swain Alegras naman ang top 4 sa nasabing pagsusulit. Kanilang ibinahagi ang ginawa nilang preparasyon para sa nasabing licensure exam.
Ang preparation po na ginawa ko, nag-review ko noon nung bago yung board exam ko dapat ng last year pa. Kaso, inisip ko na pag nag-review ako pagkatapos noon, malayo pa naman. Malilimutan ko na naman yung na-review ko. Kaya ang ginawa ko, pagpasok nitong 2022 ng January, doon ko binalikan aralin ulit yung dalawang para sa board examination.
Hanggat maaari is itigil ko na 2 to 3 days before the exam para makapagpahinga na yung utak ko. Iniiwasan ko lang is umabot ako ng alas 12 kapag nagre-review. Kapag papasok, sabi ko parang napapabayaan ko na yung sarili ko, wala exercise, jogging. So ginawa ko, magbabike na lang ako para hindi mapabayaan yung sarili. May exercise din.
Sa kanilang ginawang paghahanda para sa nasabing licensure examination, nakasagupa sila ng mga pagsubok.
Marami pong challenges nung una kasi nagsabay po yung dalawa kong board exam, yung sa master plumber at yung certified plant mechanic. Pangalawa yung trabaho. Yun, dahil nagtatrabaho rin tayo, limitado yung oras natin.
Itong board exam na to, isa siya sa pinakamahirap kasi out of my field kasi siya. So, graduate ako ng electrical engineer. So, nakailang postpone siya ng exam eh. So, parang medyo, sabi nga natin, nakaka-depress yung
Hindi man naging madali ang kanilang naranasan, buong sikap pa rin nilang hinangad na makapasa sa pagsusulit.
Talagang maraming resources eh. May YouTube, merong mga review materials. So, after work, ginagawa ko yung magre-review talaga. And then kapag may free time sa work, so gagawin ko talaga, reviewin ko lang siya.
Ang pagtatagumpay na kanilang nakamit ay inihandog nila sa kanilang mga mahal sa buhay at higit sa lahat sa Panginoong Diyos.
And una po sa sa ating Panginoon Diyos, ano man yung makakamit kong mga tagumpay, mga pagko-congratulate ng mga tao, yun, like ko sinasabi, sa Diyos yung kapurihan. Pangalawa, sa mga magulang ko.
Dinededicate ko yon sa parents ko kasi nandyan palagi sila, nakasuporta. Pangalawa, dinededicate ko siya sa school dahil lahat ng mga kaalaman ko and then yung character, yung skills, so and then yung ma-develop culture, yung passion ko is sa kanila nanggaling sa New Era.
Pagkatapos ng successful licensure exam, ibinahagi nila ang kanilang mga plano para sa kanilang careers.
Target ko po ay yung mas lalo pang umunlad at mapaunlad yung career ko bilang mechanical engineer, master plumber, tsaka certified plant mechanic.
Ito ay tuloy pa rin ang pag-aaral, pagtuturo ko sa mga estudyante ng New Era University. So, share ko sa kanila yung mga nakuha kong kaalaman, manatili kang estudyante sa paraang gusto mong matuto.
Ako po si Pearly Dawn and Valdez para sa NEU Spotlight.
Maraming salamat, Pearly. Ngayon naman patuloy nating kilalanin ng New Era University. Narito ang isa sa mga colleges na ino-offer ng ating university, ang College of Physical Therapy. Tatalakayin sa atin ni Rodine Marie Bellien.
Physical therapy is one of the most in-demand professions in the healthcare field as it helps in decreasing the pain and in restoring the health of the patients in order to improve their quality of life. But how did the College of Physical Therapy start in New Era University? On May 19, 2015, the Commission on Higher Education granted NEU permission to offer the 5-year Bachelor of Science in Physical Therapy program. Currently, there are 2 curricular programs being run by the College of Physical Therapy, namely the 5-year curriculum and the 4-year curriculum. Under the leadership of its pioneering and current college dean, Professor Baldomero L. Ranjo II, the BSPT program was granted CHED government recognition on August 2020. Presently, the college maintains partnership with the National Council on Disability Affairs and various universities, hospitals, centers, and a community-based rehabilitation program in Victoria, Laguna.
As one of the newly established colleges in this university, the College of Physical Therapy proved that studying here will not just mold you into becoming an excellent physical therapist clinician in the future. Our curriculum is constructed in a way to highlight other roles such as but not limited to becoming an effective educator, administrator, researcher, and clinic manager.
The Association of Philippine Physical Therapy Students, or APPTS, 14th General Assembly titled Move for Mind was held last January 20, 2019 at the Professional Schools Building in partnership with New Era University, in which a series of seminars were offered and mainly tackled the role what physical therapy and physical activity has in mental health, in which 17 schools participated, including schools from Metro Manila, Cagayan, Cebu, Laguna, Cavite, and Batangas. Last December 2021, the licensure examination for physical therapists in the Philippines was conducted. Beaming with pride and joy, the College of Physical Therapy of NEU University was able to achieve a 100% passing rate. The takers of the licensure examination were Ms. Mai Angel Agor from Parañaque City and Ms. Kayla Marie Tolentino from Quezon City. They are the first two graduates of NEU belonging to the pioneer batch of the BS Physical Therapy program who took the licensure examination. To those who are interested in studying physical therapy, here is what you can expect in this course.
Students are expected to always study hard, just like with anyone enrolled in this university. Our faculty members are one of the best in this profession. They have a postgraduate degrees in physical therapy and in allied health. We make sure that at the last year of learning the profession, interns will be placed in a real-world setting where they will be learn how to deal with real-world challenges in doing patient care.
This 5-year course truly focuses a strong emphasis on combining theory with practice. This is to ensure that the future physical therapists are well-informed, skilled, and have a positive attitude toward patient care. For more details about the program, you may contact the College of Physical Therapy at physicaltherapy@neu.edu.ph. I am Rodin Maribalian reporting for NEU Spotlight.
Maraming salamat, Rodin. At panghuli para sa ACE. Narito si Paul Eraño Ladrillo para talakayin ang larong Teamfight Tactics.
Good day, guys, and welcome back to another edition of ACE. Today, we are going to dig deep into one of the most trending online games today, Teamfight Tactics. Let's all find out what makes this game stand out above the others.
Going back in history, strategy board games were already the norm. Chess, checkers, Go, these are just mere examples of the large industry of these types of games. As technology progressed, these games were transformed into some online versions and were integrated into acclaimed titles. It all started when the concepts of chess were adapted into a mod for the highly popular Dota 2 game. The game was then called Dota Auto Chess. From this, Riot Games, the company behind League of Legends, adopted its mechanics. Thus, Teamfight Tactics was born in 2019. Since its release, the game became a phenomenon. Hundreds of streamers quickly joined the trend and began to stream their own Teamfight Tactics gameplay. The game's fandom grew into the point that it had a peak of approximately 33 million players per month worldwide.
Now, enough of the introduction. Let's all find out how to play the game, shall we?
In Teamfight Tactics, or TFT, you have to strategically build a team of popular League of Legends characters to compete with other players and win the game. Just like in the classic game of chess, you have to carefully place your team on the hexagons and carefully plot out the possible moves of enemies. As the matchmaking completes, a health bar is given to each player and they must survive in the succeeding rounds of the game. At first, players are randomly matched to AI or real player opponents. You can assemble another team of champions each round. However, it is not free, so a player must carefully spend their gold to survive in the long run. The remaining top 4 players that survive win the game.
We now have an idea on how to play the game. This time, let's ask some people from the NEU community on how do they enjoy this online game.
So I started playing Teamfight Tactics in League of Legends when it was released. I think it was June 26, 2019. And naglaro lang ako for curiosity kasi sabi nila para siyang chess but with League of Legends champions.
I am playing Teamfight Tactics since 2019 and it is so enjoyable, and I am using all of my mental skills in order for me to win that specific game.
Chill lang siya. Hindi siya more on eye-to-hand coordination, more on thinking mechanics talaga siya. One thing din na nagustuhan ko ay, yun nga, na-engage niya and na-stimulate niya yung part ng mind ko. Kumaga talagang I need to do certain decisions, yung mas na-enhance pa niya yung decision making skills ko.
I enjoyed playing that game. I enjoyed playing Teamfight Tactics because I'm only using my right hand and I'm only clicking each character into that game. I'm also experimenting every character on that game because it makes the game unique, because they have their own group and that group have their own abilities and skills.
And that's a wrap. I hope you all had a quick glimpse on how this renowned game works. Are you planning to play the game, or are you already playing the game? Kindly share us your experiences in Teamfight Tactics in the comment section down below. We would like to end this segment with a friendly reminder to please moderate our gaming habits and don't ever let it negatively affect our studies, okay? Stay awesome. I am Paul Eranio Ladrillo for NEU Spotlight.
Salamat po! At dyan nagtatapos ang mga balita at special features para sa episode na ito. Sana ay nag-enjoy kayo! Maraming salamat din sa patuloy na panonood at pagtangkilik ng ating programa. Kaya upang walang ma-miss out sa susunod naming mga episodes, don't forget to like and subscribe sa ating channel. And be sure to hit that bell icon to be notified. Muli, ako po si Megara Doroteo, and this has been NEU Spotlight.